This adventure brings us to Rochester, New York, where we're going to celebrate and tell the story and tragic end of daredevil Sam Patch. Let's get started. Sam Patch was born in 1807. He was known as the Jersey Jumper, the Daring Yankee, or the Yankee Leaper. Pick one. He became the first famous American daredevil after successfully jumping from a raised platform onto the Niagara River near the base of Niagara Falls in 1829. Shortly after, Patch went to Rochester, New York to challenge the 94-foot-high falls of the Genesee River. On Friday, November 6, 1829, in front of an estimated 7,000 to 8,000 spectators, Patch went out onto a rock ledge in the middle of the falls. He first threw a pet bear cub over the falls, and the cub managed to swim safely to shore. Patch then successfully jumped after the bear. The poor bear, right? Well, that was all well and good. But Sam Patch was all about one-upmanship. And when he would do something successfully, that wasn't necessarily good enough. He had to go the next level, and he had to do it better. So that's exactly what he would do here. But then Friday the 13th happened. Yeah, Friday the 13th. So, roughly a week after his first jump, on November 13th, a Friday the 13th in 1829, after deciding he didn't make enough money from the last jump, Sam would give it another go. Except this time, he would be on a much higher platform. Well, it's unclear whether he stumbled and fell off of the platform or what else might have went wrong with the leap. Sam would not survive this time, and he would plunge to his death. So I'm actually at the Gorge and Terrace Park, which is really, really close to the area where Sam Patch did his final stunt. So I'm actually on what they call the platform, and it actually gives you a really good idea of the last thing Sam Patch saw before he took his leap. Now, the one thing I'm certain of, when he did his final leap, he didn't throw his poor bear off into the water. Now, it's said that they found his body somewhere near the Rochester tunnels, which is kind of fitting because that's another ominous haunted location in Rochester. So, it's a tragic story. One-upmanship gone too far. Fame wasn't enough, money wasn't enough, and it cost Sam Patch his life. Now, question remains, is there any paranormal activity associated with this spot here that claims Sam Patch's life? Well, here's the thing. There's no known reports of the spirit of Sam Patch down there at the base or reenacting his fall. But one of the things that is reported is a small spectral bear, which I find interesting because the bear, as far as I know, wasn't involved in the second jump, and he actually survived the first attempt, which was at the base of the falls behind me, right before it goes over there. So why would the bear haunt this neck of the woods? And is it even that bear? I mean, this is a wild area, so I'd have to imagine anybody seeing any bear down there could automatically kind of write it off as the poor Sam Patch bear. So I'm taking this one with a grain of salt. However, this does kind of fit into the Grimporium part of my channel. It's definitely a historical event. Now, we're gonna leave here and we're gonna go visit the grave of Sam Patch. But before we go, we're gonna get one more look at this majestic falls and the scenery, because it is rather breathtaking. Okay, I'm here at the Charlotte Cemetery, and it's not a very big cemetery, so this really shouldn't be all that hard. We're gonna go and look for Mr. Patch. Well, I suppose first order of business, no matter what, is to kind of go up here. Well, what do you know? I literally found him right away. That wasn't hard at all. Born 1807, died 1829. Daredevil Sam Patch. Always up for one-upmanship, and it cost him. Daredevil extraordinaire, however, and definitely the character and the folklore of Rochester and the world. He was a pioneer in what he did. First one to challenge Niagara successfully and live with a leap. Poor bear though, but here he is, Sam Patch. This is awesome. Seeing that I found Mr. Patch this fast, which I didn't expect to find him that quick. Let's go take a look before we come back and say goodbye. Let's take a look around this place here. So we're in the Charlotte Cemetery. There are Revolutionary War, War of 1812, and Civil War veterans buried here. Late captains, Sam Patch, and the first lighthouse keeper rest here. This shouldn't be that hard to figure out. Let's take a look. It's a cool little cemetery. There's simply no way I'm not going to do some filming here. The cemetery is actually closed to any further interments. So this could be another case where Grimporium / paranormal turns into mini cemetery safari. Though we did find the star of the show. Well, here we come across a Revolutionary War veteran, William Hincher, New York. He was a colonel of the Learned Massachusetts Regiment, Revolutionary War. Love how gothic this is. Walking right through the wrought iron fences. I like to be spontaneous like this, you know? Mr. Patch seems to be in good company. This fellow was a doctor. Charles M. Jones. Passed away in 1881. Look at this tree. Wow. I like how this limb is actually just reaching over and just touching these graves. So basically, the one grave was actually marked for a War of 1812 veteran. Or I'm sorry, a veteran of the American Revolution. This is unique. I like this. This is awesome. But the only one that was actually easy to find as far as all the veterans goes was the fellow who was a colonel in the Revolution. Oh, wait a minute, I see another flag over here. Wait, what do we got here? So this was the Rochester Turner's Honor Roll, 1946. American Legion Post 1501, which is the one that was right behind this here. That has all the, basically the honorable mentions in memoriam, 41 to 46. I wonder if all these folks here died in war. Go one last time over here to the star of our show, though. The reason we're here. Sam Patch, rest in peace. And that'll do it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you next time.